people for questioning that because it's okay. There, maybe if you check other Caribbean island people, they have an association. They just have their, but I don't think it's for life. Barbados has something on the waterfront. I don't think the leader is for life.
Okay.
You understand?
All right. So I guess that's your position you hold and you stick to it, right? Okay. Take a song. Come back.
Got to find a solution to this pollution. Oh, oh, oh. Got to find a solution to this pollution. Yeah. Got to find a solution to this pollution. Oh, gotta find a solution to this pollution. The poor man I feel that oh, the poor man I feel that yeah. The poor man I feel that oh, the poor man feel that yeah. Gas gone up, bus fare gone up, rent gone up, phone bill gone up, light bill gone up, tax gone up, car parts gone up, and we can't take the fuss, and there has got to be a solution to this pollution, yeah. Gotta find a solution to this pollution. They're growing. Gotta find a solution to this pollution. Whoa, 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 whoa. Gotta find a solution to this pollution. Only the poor man I feel, yeah. The poor man I feel, oh, the poor man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time gone up, scallion gone up, onion gone up, red beans gone up, black pepper gone up, chicken gone up, and the parents them angry, cause the picnic them hungry, and there has got to be a solution to this your pollution. Right now, yeah. Got to find a solution to this pollution. Promises won't help. You got to find a solution to this pollution. We've been waiting for a solution to this pollution. Only the poor man I feel it, yeah. Only them I feel it, oh. Only the poor man I feel it, yeah. Only him I feel it, oh. Only the poor man I feel it every time. Only the poor man feel it, yeah. Only the poor man I feel it.
Yes, only the poor man feel it. Yeah, Hudson Judge, only the poor man feel it, they say. We have a lot of things happening in Grenada. And a lot of unfold. I only seen you from your chin up. You adjust your camera.
Oh, yeah.
Adjust your camera.
Okay.
I can't see you properly. You hiding from somebody?
No.
We are looking in the position looking for you now. Yeah. So we have you heard about those faith-based, those faith organizations where the MPs and them was involved in and stuff like that, and money being paid and somebody didn't get paid. What do you think? What are your thoughts on this whole thing?
Yeah, come again?
On the situation with these monies that being paid off before the election, this almost $1 million, and then they have the other faith-based organization that was paid money and people come, they didn't get paid and stuff like that. What's going on?
Well, again, I can't stay out on the outside and.
Well, it's in the news. It is in the news.
It is in the news, yes, but I can't stay on the outside and pass judgment. It's politics.
Yeah, we're asking what your thoughts on it. We're in Georgia.
Well, the thing in Grenada is that there's a lot of boards of directors and thing in Grenada where a lot of educated people, they work for big salary. They build big homes and they get jobs on board of directors. So when they pay the market with a paycheck, with a big monthly paycheck, and the board of directors' money is extra money for them.
Right.
So there's a circle of people in Grenada like that, in both NNP and NDC party. When the party is in power, they get things like this.
Right.
So I don't know if it's a criminal, if they break the law. Mind you, in politics, it's not all corruption go down as criminality.
Yeah.
Some of them you get away with it. So I can't really say if they go be charged for it, because when we use Trinidad for example, when the UNC was in power, when they lost power and the PNM come in power, they say there was a lot of corruption with how much $1 million worth of whiskey and all them things, but I never see nobody go to jail.
No,
Gypsy house had how much water? Gypsy had a house full of water. And then later on, Gypsy still go back and join the PNM party. So in Grenada politics is like.
Yeah, I hear you. You go silent a minute, but that's okay. It's one of the many things that happen. I think I lost some light here. Yeah, my light gone off here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of these things I see it as what is corruption, but it's partisan, nepotism, patronizing.
Yeah.
They do these things in politics.
Yeah.
So and it won't be the last.
But could we really? I mean, truthfully, every government could accuse the other one of nepotism and stuff like that. Could we ever really get rid of that in politics? Can we really have a just?
No, I don't think so.
Can we?
But
really
some countries was.
I know, but can we? I mean, given our heritage and background and stuff like that, do you think we could really get rid of those nepotism in Grenada, in the Grenadian context? Can we get rid of those things?
Not totally.
You still find some of this going
because it's human nature. But when it too blatant and it's too and longer governments stay in power, they get more comfortable with it.
Right.
For example, the NNP was in power for so long that I guess there is a lot of things like that take place, because when you hold on, you become complacent. You think you're untouchable, and those. So some of the findings, yes, it's true, but one of the problem in Grenada is that the opposite, the NNP is saying the NDC is taking away jobs from them. Some of the jobs, yes, the government must do it.
Right.
But then again,
hold on right there. Put a pin right there. I want to ask you a question. Why do you think they have to do it?
Because when you're running a government, now when you win an election, voters rent you the country for 5 years.
Yeah.
You want to rent a lease.
I agree.
Right. So when you rent the land, you rent a place. You have to make sure the people who working on the land you working in your interest.
Okay.
So sensitive jobs, the ruling party, the NDC going to want to secure these jobs. And all government give jobs to the close friends.
So let me ask you a question on that.
Whether it's America, Canada, it happen. But because it's bigger countries, we don't know everybody, so we don't talk about it.
Right. But let me ask you another question. The Prime Minister's son was his the former Prime Minister, Dr. Kit Mitchell, Honorable Kit Mitchell, son was his financial advisor. Should Deacon keep him on as the financial advisor in the Ministry of Finance?
No, but he cannot fire him from working in the ministry. But he could move him around.
Right.
But
okay, you got to repeat that because we lose you there for a minute. Yeah, Hudson? You have to repeat that. We lose you there for a minute.
Okay. If you were a permanent secretary and your government come and move you still get the same pay as a permanent secretary.
Yeah, that's understood.
Right, so Mitchell's son, the new Mitchell might move him.
Right.
But the pay will still remain the same.
Right.
And then again, he might need a job. He might need a job because he's a lawyer. That guy is a lawyer.
Okay. So they could move him to the Justice Department?
Well, in finance, but what I'm saying, if you move him around, he's same pay you're going to get.
Yeah, but...
Plus, he have other option because he's a lawyer.
Yeah, that's understood. Understand that. But I don't see in the context of the Prime Minister now, should he keep the former Prime Minister's son as his financial advisor? That's my question. That was my question.
He could, but I don't think he would.
All right, that's another question.
And if you don't keep him, you can say victimize it.
Right, but okay. Could they instead of fine? Could they what are okay to get to get him off the job? Is there any other legal way?
No, they can't because you have a right to work.
Yeah, you have a right to work. I understand that. You could shift him around, and they find reasons that he's not working, doing his job effectively. After evaluation, can they fire him after evaluation and say, look, after 6 months, we don't think they have.
You're not doing your work.
Yeah, job description wise, you're not.
It doesn't matter who you are.
It doesn't matter who you are. I understand that. You have no sympathy for nobody.
The country can create more job opportunity for people so people won't be only looking on government for jobs.
Right.
That's how I look at it. And a lot of jobs, we pass government, we creating poverty in Grenada based on Christianity too.
Why you say that?
Because there is no Christian country.
No.
Religion is people individual belief. Antigua have every religion in Grenada.
But hold on.
Antigua have gambling.
How does Christians responsible for
what I'm saying?
Poverty?
What I'm saying to you is government. Government is government.
Yes.
Religion is people personal way of belief. So if I'm a prime minister and I want to bring casino in Grenada, if you was a pastor or a priest, you cannot tell me not to do it. It's not, you as a pastor or a priest, your followers, I'm not forcing them.
Okay, I get that. What happens if the same church people pay taxes, the same people vote? Don't they have a voice to voice their opinion as well as anybody else? They're right to lobby.
The new speaker of the house is a 7 Days Adventist. The guy who get the job what we were talking about the last time. The speaker in the legislature. He's a Seventh-day Adventist.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
No. I didn't say it's wrong. If you're following what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There are other members in both government who claim to belongs to Pentecostal church, who is Catholic, who is Anglican, who doesn't go to church, who is atheist.
Right.
That is our parliament makeup. So the society should be like that too.
Right.
That is how I look at.
So hold on, you make mention there. I want to just piggyback on this thing because if they have, sometime in Canada here, for example, they put them a building next door from me. They renovating that building. They put a black community center and stuff there. They send out a information package to attend the meeting and to voice your opinion and so on, and to make suggestions or whatever, right? In some cases, they send a plan out, a piece with somebody renovating the property. Now, there's one right next door to the studio here, the men's shelter. When the building was sold, it used to be a restaurant. When they sold that, it was sold to a church to put a men's shelter there. Many people, the community did not know about it. I certainly did not know about it. And of course, many other persons in the community did not know about it until somebody got a letter or leak it out to somebody else and let them know what's going on. And then it created a community outcry. So they demanded a meeting with the councillor, Josh Cole and others, to come, and they came out and they have a meeting. But despite all the cause, we went on to City Hall, I present my case, other person present the case. But these things were already, building was sold to the church. The church already had sold their church, where they used to be down in St. Clair. They bought another church, and then the money they still was able to buy this building next door for the men's shelter. And they did it. When we go to the meeting, everything already decided by a politician. Okay? It wasn't like community vote on it. They already agreed what they're going to do with it. They give them the license to operate it already. So we going down there in the City Hall and to voice our concern. It didn't make a difference. I'm telling you, it was done. So how much does the church influence the change? If the government want to do the change, they do the change. Anyways. So your question, your point about the church and gambling, the government really want the government to do it. The church could make their noise if they want. If the government want to do it, they just go ahead and do it. The church, to me, the church could voice their opinion, their concern. They don't want it. Like any other lobby group, the gay community said they want to have a street, for example, what they do on Church Street, right? They want it to happen, to paint the place rainbow. They want to do all this thing straight up. That's who they are. They go out and they lobby for it. If the church lobby for it and the church win the argument in the court or in the council meeting, then it's shut down. But you can't blame the church outright for it.
No, you have to blame the church.
But a lot of people in the community that do not want it beside the church. They don't want gambling in the country. Not only the church. So why accuse the church only? There's other minim green and people who do not want gambling in Grenada. For whatever reason. Then the church don't want it.
Because wherever you put men's shelter is not good for our community.
Well, I will tell you something. The one I had my reservations about that shelter. All right, of men during the daylight or in doing nothing, hanging around the area and stuff like that. But upon my own personal investigation, speaking to some of the men and some of the people who work there. As a matter of fact, some of the men, they go to work during the day. Some of the men come from a home where the women don't want them in the house anymore. Right? And they don't have nowhere to go, so that it's, for them is a transition point. So, hold on. A lot of men in the shelter are not there because they're sick, they are criminals and like that. It's men who come from broken homes, who just transitioning. They lost their house to their wife, and that's who they are, most of them over there. You know? So they just transitioning. Some people just come from foreign countries and they just settle in. They just want to move thing, and that's what they pass through. You know? Yes,
but you don't put a shelter in a in a community like that, you gotta put a shelter you don't put it in a community where you have a broad spectrum of people, young people thinking. The church itself is looking to get money. Everybody is about money, bro.
But yeah, but in that community here, I mean, there's not much young children in that community, as you're saying, not much young people. If you look at, you see that you know the area very well, right? They have more bars, create more problem than more fights and more gunshot flying in the community than this shelter. I prefer have that shelter here every day in this community than I have the bars that used to be operating here. Every weekend will be a gunshot. Somebody getting shot.
Well, government could regulate that too if they want.
Well, they did. You know what they did? After the last guy from Grenada get shot, you know what they did? They closed on the last bar, Paradise Bar. They revoked their license. And no, do you know that? Nothing south of one on Oak could get license. They have restaurants, spaces there. And none of them will get a liquor license.
No, I don't blame the government.
The Greens have his, and if they violate it one more time, they might lose it. Yeah. If any happen, they want. The ID Love on the other side.
I don't blame the government.
Love the two restaurants next door are owned by Caucasian men, right? They never had no gun incidents inside the building, in front of the building. The one they had was in front of Crystal's, right? But Crystal doesn't have a liquor license. It's just a restaurant, right? The rest have legal license. They closed on all of them. Another reopening, none of them got a license to operate again, a legal license, right? So now Vaughan is a much quiet place. I'm telling you, it's a much quiet place right now without the gunshots ringing out. And if you came to past my place, next time I pass, I'll show you the gunshot on my fence, the bullet hole on my fence. The guy across the street, the bullet hole in his window, you know. It was crazy. It was crazy.
If you have an organization talking about the enemy, do you? And you're not addressing what you're doing to yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not joining your organization.
And that's one thing with our community. We do so much.
Black people in Canada don't address black problem.
No, they don't.
White, black Americans too, both. For example, black American people.
You break again, so
No, I don't break.
Okay, go ahead.
Black Americans, they experience racism. But most of these successful blacks, when they get money, they think money going to take.
A lot of these people,
You hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, repeat what you said.
If a Nigerian have money, even though he experience what he experienced, he remain black. Right? He remains black. He could give him $1 trillion. He's still a black person.
I hear you.
But black Americans think they could buy themselves out of being black.
I think there's a movie, documentary movie on similar to what you're speaking of here, where the speaker in the documentary, the white guy, saying, to keep black people down is to give. Hold on now, yeah, some. You understand what I'm saying? When I say some, I say black people. The same lingo. All right. That's how we speak. We don't try to divide and say some. We don't put it some. We know black people. We talk about black people. All right. Whether some or not at all. Right. He said give a few of them opportunities. Right. Give them degrees, give them status, and bring them into our communities. Pet them. Right. Little by little, they forget their own and their community. They come like us. So they don't go back in the communities and struggle and fight against us. We keep them close to us. and tell them that they're not like those people. They are one of us now. And
you don't even have to tell them that.
And but I'm telling what the guy said to do, to tell them. You culture them into your culture. So they walk like you, they talk like you, they think like you, they move with you. You understand? And then little by little, they forget their communities. And they move up to upper scale. But if they stay on the line, you put them back in line. You know? And get them out of the community. So the whole thing is design. It's all by design. I think it was Spike Lee who said he's not moving from Brooklyn. He's staying in Brooklyn. No matter what happens, he's not moving out of Brooklyn. He's staying there. You know? So that's a decision he made. Some other people say, no, I grew up in poverty, I grew up in the hood, I can't stay in the hood. I need to go to out. I think Martin Luther King said, moving from a smaller ghetto to a bigger one. You know what I mean? We move from smaller ghettos to bigger ghettos. I think Malcolm X said, when they get a house, they say, I am the oldest black person in this neighborhood that have a house. But you still face the same problem as the one in the person down the street in Harlem. You don't make a difference. They see the same way. You're Baptist, Anglican, Pentecostal, they still see you black. So what's the
problem? The young blacks now in Canada, like me, I pension, but I don't still make little work.
You pension already, Johnson?
Yeah, I take my pension the other day.
What?
No, but I just work.
You're a retired citizen?
No, I just work, but I take my pension.
Yeah, Hudson, I don't know that you're older yet. Man, you're a young boy still, man.
Last year, October, I take my pension.
What?
Well, COVID killing people, what you want me to do? You're younger than me.
I know.
I told you I was a jewel, you know. Any Grenadian tell you they were a jewel, they're 60 and up. Yeah. So
I'm a new jewel. I'm a new jewel.
So what I'm saying to you is the problem with black in diaspora black people. Some of them confused. The continental African blacks are not confused. They might have other problems. But we talk the most, but we confuse. Yeah. Now, for example, when you watch, I just watch continental African people. But we talk the most. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah. Okay. Like the last time I tell some people that already. I told them Martin Luther King was more conscious than Malcolm X, and they tell me attacking nonsense.
So what's your rationale for that?
Martin Luther King didn't see being a Christian as a problem to liberate himself. But Malcolm X convert to Islam, think he want to wipe out everything from the Caucasian man, not knowing that the time when Malcolm X was a Muslim, there was still slavery in Mauritania.
Yeah.
The last time I tell some Rasta people that when Selassie become king of Ethiopia, there was black people in slavery. He had blacks that was slave.
Yeah.
Is when the British put him back on the throne after the Second World War, they tell him he had to end slavery. He was enslaving your own black people. But you can't tell some Rasta people that.
I know.
But if you meet an Ethiopian, if you meet an Ethiopian and you tell him that, he will tell you, yes, it's true.
Yeah. But you know something, I'm glad
and we just think in the diaspora, we know more than them.
So let me tell you something. You know something that happened last week? All right? I made a point, Dennis was on the show, and he made a point about slavery and black people and the mentality that they have. And I make mention that the system, like we go to school, get education, and get a good job, and it will be financially free, successful, and stuff like that. That was the rationale. All right? But black people wasn't allowed to read and write and so on in North America. And I said the system did, and the church came and compounded. They even it was involved in slavery. They was involved in the slave trade. They owned slaves, and my friend got upset. He put an angry face on the thing, you know. But the fact that the matter is that we have the church, the early church, the Catholic and all those people and them. They own slaves. The Church of England, they own slaves. So when we say the church was involved in a wrongdoing, a lot of wrongdoing, killing people, minding people, do all the wrong things. And some people, they don't want to accept the fact that the church was involved in it. You know?
Both Islam and Christianity.
Yeah, exactly.
They both were involved. And the Islamic slave trade was worse.
Exactly. But people don't want to talk about those.
Both of them bad, but the Islamic one was worse.
Yeah. I mean,
because they were cutting out your balls.
Not only that, I mean, well, they cut down your balls. Both sects did it. Okay.
You know the Ugandan guy told me? He told me in the Arab slave trade, his grandparents told him, the last two ladies in the family were taken. One was pretty. The Arab man take the pretty one for a wife. And the other one, he make her a slave. Both of them is slave.
Right.
But one was the Arab man concubine.
How slave and feel slave.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and the thing about it is, Hudson, a lot of times when we try to inform or educate people on those things, especially some people in the church world, they don't want to hear that
because they don't have the knowledge.
Yeah, but that we're trying to give them, and they get upset. They're trying to look. You people, your forerunners was involved in crime and criminal activities. You know, and I mean, I go to church. I love God and everything, but the only church was involved in wrongdoing, and let us accept that. That's what they did. I mean, breaking away from the Catholic Church and the Anglican Church and the Presbyterian Church and all those churches and them. Doesn't erase the fact that they was involved in the business of trading black people. They was involved in it. So let's take the information for what it is, and we now live accordingly in this dispensation. But you can't go beating people on the head for it. But at the same time, accept the fact that yes, the only church was involved in slavery. They did.
Based on my life as a black person, I have my PhD in myself, who I am. I know that other races of people are scared of black people.
They are.
Black men. Right? I have a big heavy voice. I work with white people already, and if I speak up, they get scared.
Yeah.
They're scared. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, even the police, when a policeman arrest a black person, first they say, keep your voice down. Why they just...
Because we have an energy that...
First of all, you're being aggressive. What aggressive a man talking back to you? You're being aggressive. Calm down. Like, really? And that's what they're trained to do. To subdue us.
You have a lot of black activists that take a lot of crap too. So it goes both ways. Like, okay, when Black Lives Matter started, Cecil Peter asked me to join that. I tell him I don't join it.
Oh, yeah, I told him that too. I won't get involved in that.
I tell him I won't join that.
Yeah.
Because Black Matter, and when I explain it to him, Black Lives Matters supposed to look into black on black crime first.
Yeah.
If you're the weaker group and you have a lot of enemy out there, a white cop kill one black man every month. Every week black killing more black. You understand?
Yeah.
So we have to address the crime broadly. You get what I'm trying to say?
I mean, I agree that 100%. But you know, one of the things, Hudson, I've come to realize though, is that we don't want to address the elephant in the room. Okay, the elephant in the room that we are being. I think black challenge say the time we get our liberation, there will be no black man around. Black man only killing black man, and it's a fact. right? I mean, think about it, Hudson, right here in Toronto. 115 murders in Toronto, gunshot murders, right? They're all black people. And the age is from 13 to 44. Okay? The average age is 22 years old.
Maybe about 80 is black.
No. All of those that let me show you. It's all most of them is black. There's no white person.
Not all, but the majority.
No. All those that get shot in the last 118 was all black guys that got killed. Okay, the stabbing is white and so on, but the gunshot was black folks. Now, that is black man killing black man right there. Okay, and that have to be dealt with. But let me ask you another question. You've been in the city a long time. You see a lot of stuff on Eglinton happening in our community, Eglinton area. From Mali come right across to Eglinton, across to Lawrence and Eglinton there. The amount of gunshot that has happened in that neighborhood along that strip. What and how do you think that we could address that and fix that thing? Because understand, most of the people who do that, they don't live in the community. They come to the community. How do we fix that?
No, most of the people might be living there.
Yeah.
You see, the point is that with every group of people have a central place does go. For example, Chinese man go to Chinatown.
Yes.
Greek go to Greek town. Punjabi people there in Mississauga.
Yeah.
You know, I just said different group of people.
Right. I got you.
You have a little strip of mall coming up when you live Kill and Shepherd on your right hand side. And I always pass on a seat and there is a nursing home behind it. And just there I get to know that's where Vietnamese people are shot. There was a shooting there last year, I think. A Vietnamese shoot one another day. We saw the thing on the news and we find out that was Vietnamese just be.
Yeah.
Right. But so Vietnamese shoot Vietnamese.
Yeah, you know something.
So what I'm saying to you is what groups of people that meet in the central part.
Yeah.
Sometimes when the shooting take place, there's people who really belongs to there.
No, they don't live there. I for example, Hudson, you know, where I live in here, right? For my house, my other friend from Grenada live just down the street there. What's your name again? Lynette, and the family live like down there. And from my house go down is a Filipino, Chinese, Filipino, Portuguese, Italian. Yeah? Come on the other side is Italian, and you have some Trinidadian people live, mixed people live in that building across there, and everybody else is Chinese and again white and Portuguese. But yet, when behind me there is another black lady who have a little operation with there's a barber shop there, and the weekend they didn't start today yet. But normally they start up with this loud music and stuff like that. When they close down, they lose their license. Those bars are behind, they lose their license. They can't have this restaurant there anymore. All right? But before that, the people who come from Brampton, Mississauga, right?
Yeah.
And then the biggest shoot up the night when 4 people get shot right across from right in front.
Yeah, so the people and then they mightn't be from your neighborhood.
No, they're not from there. None of them is from there. It's from the neighborhood. Because circling around in the back, where Leonard used to live on the other side, Leonard again was the only black person that owned a house in the back there. And everything else is Portuguese, right? Yeah. So there's no black people living or renting. And there's one girl and we're renting a place in the back there, right? She's from Trinidad, I think. But there's no only people that are shooting and killing and people die is from the neighborhood. They're from outside of the neighborhood. But they come here and they fight over drugs and shoot one over drugs. You know, and that is detriment to our community. You know, and they're not old people, young men, 22,
Young
18.
people, they're dead early.
Yeah. I mean, I heard one guy say, why do you want to live 40, 50 years old? They don't
know. They think when they're 25 years, they're old.
They don't want to live beyond. To them, when they're 25, they feel like the age is done already. To them, that's old people. They don't want to reach 40. I heard them say. You know, I'm thinking like, what? You know? But again, you know, his mindset, they brought up, see the level of culture and education they get and how they believe and what they believe in, the system that again, their own culture. People create their own culture, lifestyle, and identity for themselves, right? So culture within culture, like cultures, it happens in communities. And I think one of those things that often happen are those young men and women who create their own identity and they create their own culture, I believe many of those folks was well trained. A lot of them was well trained by parents. I mean, look at me. I talk to a lot of these guys on the street, and some of the older guys, that leaving, they say that, look, they hang out, they say they grew up in the church. As little boy, someone goes altar boy, someone choir practice guys, they go to Pentecost church, 7 days church, and they come to Canada and they just go off the rail.
A lot of people watch television too and they see things and perhaps. Mm-hmm. Because I was in America this week. Mm-hmm. I went in America Monday night. I come back Wednesday. Mm-hmm. The kind of hype you don't see here in America, I don't find blacks even hype like those here. You understand?
Right.
They don't even hype. And America are more gun than here. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
I see recently.
And when I observe too, I find black American people more friendly. Mm. They're friendlier than blacks here.
But then, there is always a community here that have that, not the whole area. It's just a fixed space.
Well, it's not a lot of people here. Not a lot of people here.
No.
It's like they say one bad apple spoil the whole bunch.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of people but when it happens, they make destruction.
Yeah. I see a lot of this happening,
It's not a lot of people.
And a lot of people who, what you would think would be modest people, you see them, and when you have this conversation, realize they're not really different, people look at you and they paint you the same brush as everybody else, all right? And when they get to know you, they say, but you're different.
Festival,
they
don't go nowhere, you don't play them,
Yeah. The culture.
You understand?
That's who they are. So that's life. Let me play a song here. One of my great favorite, Jamo. Here it is. Good morning, Marvin Cottain. Good morning to you. Big sister in Montreal, Leslie Richardson, my cousin, the man, Dr. Rat. Good afternoon. 11:57. Yeah, Jamo.
You're winning too much Calypso crown. Time to step aside and give them folks a chance. It's true you does write some heavy songs, and your music does make me want to dance. But look how long Black is singing, and the drum fella never win a thing. I find you pushing your luck too far. That is why people say you walk in Robia. So, Jamo, it's time to take a break and let them fellas get beside the gate. You don't make your fame already, so why wasting precious time? My advice to you is that you should resign. Listen, mister, you're out of place, 'cause I ain't talking nobody's place. The competition is for everyone, so let them fellas win it if they can. Look it strong, tell them come on, I know they want it, tell them come on, but nobody, don't cry for me, 'cause I won't have no sympathy. Becky want it, tell him come on, Smokey want it, tell him try and take it. A woman said to me, you're still young, and I'm sure you could find something to do. So why the hell you running behind the crowd? happening for you. Somebody tell me that you say, oh, you have your wife and children to mind, but pretending you're making charity as a result to blow the people mind. Oh, you must remember that you and a sparrow here in Grenada is only the flying turkey to win 3 times in a row. So don't make yourself a fool, you ain't no hero. Listen, madam, I must let you know that this thing doesn't happen so. It's about time you realize if the fittest of the fittest shall survive. Look the ground there, tell them come on, get it. No, they want it, take it. Tell them come on, get it. But nobody can frighten me because I'm still the monarchy. Talk you want it, take it. Tell him try and get it. Look you want it, take it. Tell him try and take it. Some say, Ajamo boy, we still love you, but we just don't think you should take the chance. You're biting much more than you put through. Now you put yourself in a monkey pants. Old people have a thing they say, that when the cat's away, the mice must play. But if your hand's in a lion mouth, make sure you take your time and pull it out. So, Ajamo, you better cooperate. Why don't you give up before it's too late? It seems like you fail to realize Smokey is back in town and he don't got the air in style to put
Cookie crumb, listen, mister, you making jokes.
Cause you
You
ain't
talking like my folks. No man,
my fans
tell me,
don't
compromise.
and look
My
out for
father's coming in disguise. You be crumb there,
take it. Tell them come on,
take it.
I know they want it, take it. Tell them come on, get it. But nobody can frighten me because I'm still the monarchy. Wizard want it, take it. Tell them come on,
Yes, Wizard want it. Inspector want it. Tell them come and take it. Come and take it.
I know they want it.
They want it. Let them come and take it. That's the
That's how
man.
we go, man.
Yes. You know, I am. Talking about come and take it. Everybody have a style to do their own thing, right? Somebody recently asked me why I don't do like Cam Jones, and I said, oh. Cam Jones have his style of doing his thing. I have my style of doing my thing. Junior George have his style of doing his thing. Everybody have the Facebook presence, and they do their things their way. I am not just a Facebook presence. You know what I mean? I have bigger fish to fry than this. I have an actual studio doing my thing. And Facebook, you see, what you see on Facebook is just a 1 hour. I do more than that, bigger than that, behind the scenes, more stuff. I'm not competing with nobody. I'm trying to be better than the person I was yesterday. GemFM to be better than what GemFM was yesterday. They do their thing, I do my thing. All right, so I wish everyone well. Do your thing your way, and stick to it. Be passionate about it and love it. Okay, love yourself. Do your thing. Love yourself. Love it your way. I'm doing it my way. When it's done, I could say I do it my way. You know what I mean? All I say to you, support us financially. Send some money to us to help us improve and to buy better equipment to keep this thing going and keep it live and direct. So you can bring you educational programming. All right, seriously. Having discussion like this, and every weekend we have our discussions, and Saturday morning cultural expressions. We do it. That's what we do. All right, we bring it up. We have Hudson Josh here with me sometimes. We have to put him back at the class sometimes, but he's a good student, a good student and teacher. But you know what? One of the things I like what we do, the way we agree to disagree. A lot of times people have argument and they vex. Don't talk to me. I ain't talking to a boss naked. I have little space. I don't know space for that in my life. I want to grow with people. You know, and I don't know everything. Definitely do not know everything, and I would like to learn. And I say I'm a student of life. You know, I learn from everybody. I think everybody have something to teach somebody. I think Inspector Sang, if you don't know, teach, and if you know, learn. You know, so I'm all student. I'm all a student. I teach sometimes, but I love to be a student. You know, there's people who know a lot of stuff that I do not know, and I'm open to taking classes from those who know. Yeah. So are you going to be on Eglinton this evening?
Women?
Yeah. The festival starts today. Started last night. You know.
Yeah, I might come down the road this evening.
Yeah, I think I'll be up there. My sister asked me for text. I didn't see text today. Text is doing some stuff on the other side of the vineyard, so she's not here with me this morning.
But I think after that Eglinton.
Let me ask you a question before you go. Hold your thought there. I want to ask you a question. Probably you could put it into that. Why they call it Little Jamaica? And what's the thing about this the ABU, the England Association? What's the big fight over this thing?
I really don't know all the stories behind it, but you see, the biggest black community here. When we now come here, the vast majority of people who were here was Jamaican.
Yeah, always.
And then you had Trinidadians, you had Guyanese,
yeah,
and then you had Barbadians, and then Grenadian come and become a big group too.
Yeah.
So, the four largest group of Caribbean people is Jamaican, followed by Guyanese. But the Guyanese split between Indian and black.
Okay.
And I think there is more Indian Guyanese here than the black one too.
So you know, in essence, this is called reggae. This have a little piece behind an Eglinton behind the stores. They call it reggae lane.
So in the smallest, in what you call is the OECS, Grenada, the largest community of people.
Yeah.
But the thing is that in the Caribbean islanders, Jamaicans are they're more forwarding people. From whatever angle you want to take them. They're more forwarding.
You know something I said something.
They're more out there.
Right. I said something, Hudson, a couple years ago at a forum. I was talking to some people, and I said that Jamaican, say what you want about them, but if they did not do a lot of the groundwork that they
Well, yeah, they did a lot of good.
We here now would have serious problems settling in this place.
Yeah, because they were the first set of blacks that came, so they went through some bad times.
Yeah, and they paved the way.
Yeah, and they fight back, and you got to give them that.
You got to give them that credit big time.
It's just like you can't criticize black American people altogether because other people who go in there, if without the black American, they couldn't go there.
They couldn't go there, exactly.
Right, so
Same with
you have to respect those who came.
You remember?
You cannot look long on a Nova Scotian.
No, you can't.
It's a long
It's a long time. Do you remember when Todd Bailey's got shot by the young black guy? He been here since he was 6. They sent him back to Jamaica now, right? I think he served time and he go back. He killed the police officer. They said they found him guilty for shooting the police officer. They named it Todd Bailey's Park or whatever they know, right? That's where the police got shot. Since after that shooting, there used to be where police shooting black men by like how they do in the United States. That don't happen here anymore. What do you think?
No, after that they kill a lot of black people.
Yeah, but it was not. Yeah, they kill, but it was not as prevalent as it used to be.
No, the shootings, no black on black killings. Police start killing black people with churro, man. Churro, and when they bring Sanders
came in.
They were still killing, man. Police was killing.
But wasn't as much. Not as much as they used to be. I mean, it lessened the police shooting of black people. Listen, what do you make of the police? They have police report out on
Fantino, when Fantino was moved, and then his Churo put the end to the killing of the blacks, because when Churo passed the law and said you can stop people and search them, a lot of blacks they get killed. So, because when I was a student up at York, there was a young little black guy who was running up on Fonda Street, and some police just run behind him and lie down on him and kill him. Yeah. So that didn't stop with the Tad Bailey's thing. It's when they pass the law, don't beat people and ask them for ID and such.
Such.
Yeah, that's
call it carding, right? You call it carding?
Yeah. The carding. Without carding, blacks will be in kill still.
Yeah.
The card.
The carding.
You could be illegal in Canada and not never happen with you because police wouldn't stop you.
Right. So
you don't need to be running and all that.
Yeah. But I think it's a different dispensation. A lot of stuff have changed, and I think people more black to do more lobbying. I think we have to get more involved in the process.
Well, I don't think I think when we generation gone, you don't have black struggle again.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I told you I'm a kind of pensioner, but I just walk. I walk in where they just make a little zoo, an artificial zoo. And I see a lot of young blacks there. The black young people nowadays, they don't have that kind of
drive for
that are them.
Yeah.
Furthermore, young blacks in Canada, they act like white people.
Okay, let me tell you something. Let me just,
and
hold on.
Even though they don't get good work and so they're not. The black males, they're not aggressive to...
Well, I think they have parents, some of them have parents like me and you. For example, look at my daughter, and other some friends that she has.
No, the girls and them different, it's the boys.
Yeah.
Some boys, not
some boys. That's what I'm saying, we have to culture them now and encourage them to get education, and seek to be employed instead of getting into the fast track.
Some of them not bad guys. They're not criminals.
I know.
But what happened with them? Some of them they are pampered kid. One guy told me he is the only child he mother have, and he's 29 years. He tell me twice he ever walk.
Mommy taking care of him still. Yeah,
and now he tell me mother give him a hard time to go find some job.
I see a little
because what I'm nowadays, people don't make a lot of children. And a woman might have 1 or 2 children and they pamper them, and then the danger, a lot of immigrant people are here, the children wouldn't take care of them.
Why you say that though?
Young people here don't like old people.
But why you think they won't take care of their parents?
No, 90% of blacks who have children here, the children won't take care of them. Now,
hold on. What make you say that though?
Because the children they don't have that Caribbean culture. Right. I will tell you something. I know.
Yeah, start over. I ain't get you. You drop off. Yeah, start over. I ain't hearing you.
You hear me?
No. Go ahead now. Start over.
The woman have 4 children. Those who are born in Grenada are going to they stick around. The last one is a Canadian and he gone.
And doesn't mean that you won't stick your parents?
No, he doesn't. They don't care. Let me tell you something. Most black kids who are born in Canada, when they were 20, 21 years, they go.
Yeah, they go on their own. What do you want to stay in the house to do?
Right. I work with a white guy. He tell me he born in England. His parents from England and they come here. His father used to work with TTC. And his mother had some office work. The father died. He mother in a nursing home. He tell me just go and see her every 6 weeks. And he waiting for her to death for you to sell the place.
Oh.
How many immigrant person might put the children, the parents in a home and go and look for them?
Yeah.
Remember, the kids, they might be black, but they don't have the Caribbean
Culture. Yeah.
Some of the girls might still be, but
you know what? I when I did the domestic violence show, right, a couple years ago, you know, women abuse their mother more than the sons.
What they do?
Women abuse their mothers, the elderly parent, than the sons. The sons coming really last. The girls abuse their mother more, whereas the men tends to seek to have some kind of a comfort zone for the parents, concern how the mother is treated and stuff like that, and making sure to get the best for the mother, not the girls. The girls just show up.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I know most guys, they could be the worst guy on the street, and most of them go up in single parents' home. The only person they like is their mother.
Well, you know, season by
and they don't know how to treat girls. They just breed up girls.
Do you know that most of the basketball players and baseball players are single parent home mothers raise those guys, right?
Yeah.
They invest heavily in their children. They give a lot of stuff for their children, right? So when they have a choice, when they become successful, first then they look back, when they go in the camera, first they say, "Hi, mom."
Because there was no dad around.
There was no dad around, exactly, and that's the reason. Look at the difference with Steph Curry, right? His father is ever present in his life, so it look like his daddy. You understand? Michael Jordan.
But yeah, he must go up in a complete home.
Yeah, Michael Jordan look for daddy. You know, so you look at those things and you see. So it's always
you did what you have.
You do what you have, exactly. So we have to. Our children, like I said, we have to train our boys to become husbands,
because
our girls to become wives.
The first person is when I come to realize. I used to see men coming out in England and pick up a young woman and make a child. But these men were running from the nursing home in England. Because the children going to put them there and take what they have, so they run.
And they come to the Caribbean, they come...
Yeah, and they are a good end of life.
Yeah.
The amount of guys I know who used to be in the barber shop playing draft, they all and me at 16, 18, 20 years. A lot of them, they're nursing home now. Yeah.
Hudson. Well, I gotta get out of here, Hudson, and I gotta go up the street. I gotta do other things around the place, and so we will talk later on tonight. Hope you get back in time so we can come back on here tonight with Delbert and other folks to talk more about the Grenada situation as it exists now. Again, folks, we need your support. You know, it's $5 a month. Please go to our website and make a donation there. $5 a month. You know, we're looking for 1,000 people to give $1 a month. Okay, 1,000 people give $1 a month. That to help us with this. So please help us to grow up here and be better and do better. We continue to focus on developing our communities where we live in Canada, and I'm still having problem with my internet, Mr. Rogers. They sent me a little money the other day. I tell you, Hudson, it cost me $20,000. This is my value of service loss, and they sent me $1.80, $180.
So they send you a loss.
But come on, 15 hours and then
okay. Why don't you?
Then 26 hours.
Why can't you change your service?
I want to do that. But the problem is, I have to download all my emails from Rogers. But the thing about it is, Rogers going through a transition. All right.
Well, go to Bell.
But hold on. I'm not too sure Bell wouldn't have the same. Bell had the problem early on in
No.
What had the problem in January, in February, in September?
Rogers. I was
Rogers. Yeah.
Remember, Bell is the parent
for Rogers. and everybody else. Yes, I got that.
Because I'm with Rogers long, and if I leave, I will go back to Bell.
Yeah.
I
will hang on for a little bit longer with Rogers.
I'm with Rogers since 2008, you know.
Yeah, I've been with them. I've been with Rogers since.
That is 14 years now.
Well, I've been with Rogers from Bell till 1996. I've been with 96, 97. I've been with Rogers. We have my late wife and I made a switch to a company that we were working with, and they was providing cheaper phone service. All right.
You went with Cantel, man. What's Cantel?
Cartel? Yeah, Cartel it was. So we moved with them because we working with the organization we were working with. It was giving us a cheaper rate. I mean, almost $20 cheaper. All right. So we just switch. We called them today and the switch. You know, they cut us off without it.
Cantel.
Because of so we end up with Rogers eventually, and we have been having good service until the last month when they give us the 15 hours cut off, which was crazy. And they continue doing that. I mean, the service has not been restored to its incredible performance.
What? Minus cut off still.
Yeah, it's real problem, man. Real problem, you know.
But one thing Rogers do for me. One day I call them, not long enough, about 2 months ago. And I talked to a guy about some bill business. I said, look, man, I let us think service, what happened, man? The guy changed my phone thing. I pay $90 now.
Well, yeah, my phone is now $60.
And they don't, and I'm getting full internet.
Right. They give me 25 for 60. 25 gigabytes for $60 a month. You know, comparing to me paying $70 for 12.
But the thing with me now, but I'm fine. The only worries I know, I just have to open my Facebook on a laptop with my cell phone. Facebook tell me it's for my security.
Really?
Yeah. But a lot of people watch. A lot of people try to hijack my Facebook page.
You're enemy of the state, Hudson. Remember that?
But watch. That is why I had to block a lot of people. At the time Facebook asked me if the page is mine. I want to sit down and think. Because I had some people used to give me real trouble. I want to get rid of them. I get back my Facebook page.
Somebody said the other day, I think you said something the other day, and somebody said that the best thing you ever seen the whole time you've been talking.
Watch, let me tell you something. There is one individual guy from Grenada. I know the guy good. Me and the guy just talk. That guy tried to...
I lost you there for a minute, Hudson. Hey, Hudson, I lost you. Don't stop talking. I'm not hearing you. Hudson.
Back my page. So I don't have to unlock my Facebook page.
No, I said I lost.
On a laptop.
I lost you. You had to listen to it. I lost you. You talk without listening. You had to listen to me. I tell you I lost you.
I hear you, man.
Yeah, but I say I lost you. I start over. Or the guy.
Yeah, what I'm saying. Some people try to hijack my Facebook page.
So who's the guy from Grenada that terrorized?
Well, the one from Grenada, I won't say he hijacking my page, but he was mobilizing people to make me look like I'm stupid.
What evidence you have to that
and if I meet him next time and he tell me I block him, I go, you know what I will tell him? I say, do you want me to buy a 4 brass and come to you though? You know it's a 4 brass?
Hold on, Hudson. Are you threatening the guy?
No, I'm just saying. If you didn't want me to block you, what else you want me to buy? Get a 4 brass and come to you though. They do all kind of things.
I know you're a bad man. No.
I'm from St. Patrick's, you know. I don't afraid nobody.
That make 2 hours.
Let me tell you something. I don't afraid nobody.
Hold on, Hudson. Hold on. Let me say hi to Mr. Pierre, Mr. Francis. Mr. Francis Pierre, good morning to you. Good afternoon, actually. Like the other one of my teacher. You know Francis Pierre, right?
I know Francis Pierre, man. He's a smart guy.
He's a super smart guy. Nice guy. Very cool guy. I love him very much.
But I would like to see him one day sit down in discussion.
Ask him to come on the show tonight.
No, he wouldn't do it. But he's a smart guy. He's a very nice guy too.
Hudson, why do you think he wouldn't do it? Why do you always think people wouldn't do something?
I don't know. That's Grenadian culture. As I told you, Grenadians are not...
You're speaking funny, man.
Grenadians are not open-minded people. And it goes across the board. We are not open-minded. What? There's not too many Grenadians like me.
Oh, are you assuming
I'm open-minded.
Hold on.
Any discussion.
Hold on, Hudson. You're not listening. Are you know the stuff? Let me come in here a little bit. Are you still assuming that Mr. Pierre is not open-minded?
He's open-minded, yes, but unless you cannot face a wrong table, and you go across, whether it's Francis Pierre, whether it's name all those Grenadian people on both sides of the political fence who holding things. I would like to see all these people sit down one day in a night. Whether it's Eddie Fredericks. You ever see Eddie Fredericks?
Yeah, I watch his show.
He does things, but why can't I see a program with Eddie Fredericks and Francis Pierre together? Or with you or somebody else? When they reach that level, you have to reach that level of reasoning, which most Grenadians scared of those things. Why?
Well, I don't know if Grenadians scared of those things. For example, for me, I mean, hold on. I got invitation to go on Junior George show several times. It happened like Francis is saying, his time is difficult for him. For me, I have to do my program on the radio station. This is not just Facebook for hour and I go and disappear. This radio station run 24/7. You understand? I have to be here, and my wife sometimes when I'm out in the work during the day, working, she running the station at home with all the different programs that are going on.
Not every time I agree with Michael Partis.
Right.
But he seems to be open-minded.
Right.
You understand? Even some of these, there's a lady who does run a program, and she had problem with them Garaway.
Which one? My cousin, Calliste Ferrer?
She is not totally open.
Why are you saying that?
No, she's not totally open.
Who's calling her? Somebody calling me.
No, me the person calling.
You? Okay. Girlfriend hours, market money? You don't do the market money thing? Girlfriend looking for money, the girlfriend looking for money transfer from you, Hudson? Yeah. Alright, folks, I am involved in farming and other activities on target function Monday to Thursday, plus rum shop. Alright. So Francis Pierre involved in farming and other activities on target function, yes? No. Monday and Tuesdays, and plus the rum shop. You run the rum shop. So, but yeah, I would like to have you, Mr. Pierre, on one of my shows in the night, Friday night or Saturday night.
Yeah, man.
I'll be happy to have you one of those.
Mr. Green.
One of those nights to be on my show, a different perspective. Thursday night, different perspectives. Another show that I have on a Thursday night from 9 o'clock. After the rum shop closed, probably. But yeah, I listen to your show during my working time too. As you might recognize, I do that. I try to listen to all the shows I can listen to. Mikey Live say he missed me for a while. I haven't been watching the show for a while because sometimes it's difficult. I do a lot of stuff outside of the radio, work wise, and then I come rushing from work right into the studio. And then not say right into the studio, before I get in, my daughter meet me at the door. And I have to deal with her. She want to play I Spy, Conquers, color cars. She wanted to choose all the blue cars or red cars. So I have to give her that time. And then, well, Janice is working now, so that ease of the Janice's talking conversation. Then I had to talk to my wife about the day, how it went, and, little things. So my days are very, very busy. It's just me. I understand. But I gotta make time for doing all the things that I do here. And today, I have to do other stuff, and then I'll go up on Eglinton. I hope I could bring it live, the session live a little bit from there. There will be some entertainment as well. Then coming up, the Caribbean Tale Film Festival. We'll be there bringing that live, the Caribbean Tale Film Festival. Jess will be down there. There'll be a highlight of the Bob Marley story. There will be that's mine. Yeah, and the Bob Marley story. Then you have the Trinidad Carnival short film that will be taking place from the 7th to the 27th of September. You need to go and see those short film, Black and Caribbean and African films. It's a really nice space to be in to see the film. I hope that I did opening for the Hero movie and a river wild, something like that from that one was from what other African country, Rwanda. That was a really nice film. That was a really, really, really sweet film. That Jensen and I did the opening and closing for. But I'm hoping that this year again we're back again with Caribbean Tale Film Festival. Not hoping we are back with them, and we'll be bringing in the live broadcast from the sessions coming up, and from the 7th to the 27th. So come on out, buy your ticket. It's only $26 for the season pass. You run from the 7th to the 27th, and there's about 20 something different short films to watch from the Black communities from Africa to the Caribbean. So check it out, and we will see more of it highlights here on GemFM, and looking forward to having you engage in that as well. Also today happening downtown in the Trinidadian Independence celebration thing going on Dundas Square. Also, I think Jamaica Independence, they're having some at the Jamaican Caribbean Center. They're having 925 our road. They're having the Jug Fest or Food Fest happening there today as well. So this is it. And if you're in Grenada, please go and support Cookies Pastry Delight on Ben Jones Street. And don't forget to support Mr. Francis Pierre. I mean, those of you who like a little grog and stuff like that, support the brother too, right? You have a little grog thing, he's sharp, your home shop, go in there, go and socialize. This is our community center, right? The home shop is the biggest community center for folks back in the days. My father used to be a socializing person in Mr. John's shop and Mr. Baptist's shop. They used to socialize there. That's where the old men used to meet and have the community conversation. So, that's part of it. Also happening today, there is a barbecue. There's other barbecues around the place. There's Rib Fest happening. I don't have all the information about it, but those of you who in Toronto know about the Rib Fest, there's Rib Fest. There's one happening in Dunsview Park. A Rib Fest, not a Rib Fest. It's a Halal Fest. Yes? Hudson, you muted Hudson. It's a Halal Fest. You're muted. Hudson, you're muted. I see this guy. You don't listen when you're talking. You're muted. Unmute yourself.
I say nothing to religious things. You know that. Whether it's halal, kosher, Christian, and nothing to those things.
It's just food. Them preaching nothing to you. It's just food.
I don't label myself in nothing. I just leave.
Just go enjoy the food. What's wrong with you? What's your problem?
What I like right now, summertime, if I get a nice concert.
Hudson, I think you need a wife. You might be thinking different when you have a wife.
When you're married, you stop think.
No. You don't stop thinking. You become.
You give up half of your life.
No, you don't give up half of your life. You become. You operate a business now. You operate.
No. You want to be a good thinker? Leave alone.
No, I don't believe that.
No distraction.
I don't believe that.
What? Some of my best writing I ever do is by waking up 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So what?
And when I do,
hold on. When in the morning you can when you married you can wake up 3 o'clock in the morning and do your writing.
No, your wife will tell you disturbing all the light.
Hudson.
Disturbing her.
What the only basic thing?
You will run into problem. Let me tell you something.
I don't have this problem. I don't know how you come.
When I go to bed, when I want to write thing, I used to write for Caribbean News now.
By the way, you owe me 2 articles there.
You understand?
You always promise me you like a
right now I'm planning to go back to Grenada to live now. I want to build a small house, not a big house. But I will still do my life, and I want to write a 2 book. I have something to publish. That's my next piece of life till I die. I have something to write. I have some story to tell. I don't want no distraction now. I have stories to tell. Right now I have a whole collection to release.
Yeah.
But
I have my October 19th story here to write to finish off. I did chapter 1, chapter 2 already.
Grenadians are not writing.
They don't write.
They don't write.
They're all historians.
No, they don't write.
Yeah, they are. They write.
Grenadians don't write. What?
They verbalize all the history.
They write a play called about Gary. They write Fedor. Who will be the first one to write a story about what took place October 19th and 1993? Not story, but a play.
Write a play.
We need creative people to touch all those things. But you will write about Gary. You target Gary because Gary is a country boy. Your parents from the country, but you moved to town, so you quick to write about Gary. And
hold on, Hudson. So a country boy moved to town and you write about Gary is something.
No, he must be born in town.
Yeah. Oh, what? He born in town?
Yeah, he must be born in town.
Why are you assuming that can you write about Gary?
They go pick on Gary to write. Let me tell you something.
Hold on. What is a pick on Gary? Is the story true or false?
Well, when I listen to the stories, they will write on Gary. Whether we like Gary or we don't like Gary, I don't probably show Gary. No.
We shouldn't probably show Gary.
You know why I'll never probably show Gary? If we do science, we look at original vehicles, everything from the beginning. We have to give Gary 100% respect, in spite of his worthlessness, what he do later on.
Yeah.
Now, I watch that new government, right? And that government, the NDC is a conservative party. But when I watch the candidates and how they give the portfolio, it reminds me of Gary Young. This will be the only government in a long time. If they're serious, you will see rural people playing a part in it. If the portfolios give more properly, if the portfolio given out properly and they dish out money for it, it could work. Now, okay, the Minister of Education, what TOES is in agriculture and something?
I think it's economics in
agriculture and culture.
Economic development.
Right. Then you have
St. David's agriculture. That's
then you have this woman, the Thomas woman.
From Lafayette, yeah.
Yeah. She get a portfolio.
Yeah. David Andrews is from St. Andrews.
Then they make Leo Cato the Speaker of the House.
Yeah.
Of the legislators.
Leo Cato, yeah. Wow. I didn't.
And then you in St. Patrick's, both MPs have a portfolio. I mean, the way they dish it out, If they're doing it genuinely and it's not for face.
But are you assuming that NMP? Hold on there. Are you assuming that?
Well, I can't breach all. I don't know what's going to happen.
Hold on. Are you assuming that NMP government ministers were from St. George's only?
No, in the end, NMP they moved to St. George's government.
No. Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. Let's get it right. No.
Yes.
I'm not.
You know.
You're not listening. You make a point.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on. You have the St. Mark's minister, right? She was from St. Mark's. Yeah. You have Boson was from St. Patrick's. Yeah. Yulan was from St. Andrews. That's all right. Wood for Wood, what you call him? They call him the brother. I don't know his name. What is his right name? Oliver Joseph from St. David's. Right. So why you want to say that?
Okay, let me explain.
I won't buy that.
Let me explain it. You're just taking part of what I said.
No.
In the last 8 years of the NNP party government, you listening?
Yeah. Go ahead.
The development of the country was focused too much in the south. And the prime minister, there was a mistake he made. Now, if that government decentralized development, you hearing me? Hello?
I'm hearing you.
If they decentralize development, they stand a chance to make two-term.
So what? No, but
you see.
Okay.
The new government have to focus on decentralization of development if they want to make two-term. Now, people nowadays is not like 50 years. People watching.
Right.
People more aware. And a mistake the government they make too. You see when they went in Dubai, they didn't bring no culture from Carriacou.
Right.
How they let get away? Carriacou and St. Patrick are the most culture in Grenada.
But does you really only have to bring somebody from there because they're the countryside?
No. You're going to Dubai to exhibit Grenadian culture and heritage.
So
how there is nothing from Carriacou?
So wait, hold on. So it just mean that they go there, the person that go to represent and say that there's...
They didn't have nothing from Carriacou to represent. When Carriacou is one of the mecca of Grenada culture.
Well, the people in Grenada, they just want to segment apart from Grenada. They talk about Grenada culture. I guess they talk about everything in Grenada.
But that's what I'm saying.
They have talked about everything. The person who represents would have talked.
It's not to go and talk. It's not an intellectual discourse.
But they would have conversation. Did they go on pantomime?
God, I don't think you listen.
I'm listening.
Grenada was featured in the culture.
And Carriacou wasn't featured in it?
No.
Okay.
And I think one of the things they lose that seat to. Look, the next thing that government have to do in Grenada, the people who play Veko and Shatney and Jab, you have to honor those people. You can we cannot claim steel pan, Trinidadian go say it's theirs, even though the evolution didn't start there. People in position, you go, they name.
But that's okay. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna not we, but the people are gonna fix it. It's gonna be different.
Hey, every day I tell you that. I'm not NNP, I'm not NDC.
You were the NNP, stop your noise.
Yes, I support NNP already.
Yeah.
You know what made me support NNP?
What?
I find Chester too mouthy for me. No, and he was disrespectful.
I think you hate Chester because he was a PR.
No. Chester had some behavior I didn't like. Calling GBN and tacking down to the lady. Where's in the country ever people would carry Brenda and tell her, don't talk to this point. You don't do this thing. We got to grow past that. Grenada is not a banana republic. And when the NNP lose the election for themselves, they become complacent.
You think so?
Yes.
All right. Well, they for tonight. We'll talk a little bit more about that tonight.
Well, you have to fix that thing if you want to talk.
I'll call them again and see what.
But if the NDC goof, they could end up one top. They have to decentralize and walk.
Don't worry. I don't think.
Grenadians are not stupid people. Don't take people for granted.
Let me tell you something. The way things going right now, hope if they maintain what they're doing and what.
And another thing too, I noticed a lot of NDC people doing. They say Kit Mitchell don't do nothing for Grenada. They mustn't say that.
They can't say that.
Kit Mitchell do a lot for Grenada.
You can't say that. He just doesn't have a signatory thing that he did, but he did a lot for Grenada.
You don't have to have no signatory thing. Who built the cruise ship terminal?
But what I'm saying to you, okay?
What do you want? You want 5 airports?
Brother,
every leader do something. Watch, let me tell you something. There is a place in Hermitage we call Patterson Hill. When you leave the police station. Growing up, you heard they say they see skeleton walking, they see zombie, ghosts. When I visit Grenada, I seen lovers day in the night, street light. So how you go tell me Kit Mitchell don't do nothing for Grenada?
Well,
if you say you vote all the time,
I think people.
But you can't just cry on the person like if they didn't do nothing.
I think the perception.
That's not right.
I think the perception of Grenadian people is that if they don't like you, they want to replace you. They
that's ignorance.
Yeah, we understand that, and that's politics too, though. That's what they do. But at the same time, you'll be foolish of any educated person to really go about saying that. I would never say Kit Mitchell.
The biggest cruise ship in the world was Queen Mary until they built our next one. Or bigger now. And Queen Mary could come to Grenada. Your Caribbean island, he can go. So if Kit Mitchell and build this thing what holding the 4
ships.
How the hell you come there? The cruise ship is equivalent to the airport. So we can have 20 airports.
You're right.
Okay, the garbage collection was a good thing in the perseverance.
Yeah, but
and if we were more advanced in technology, we could have used the biogas
from the place. Yeah.
Right. So in crying on Kit Mitchell, improvise on it with technology so you could use it as energy.
I think that there are a lot of people.
That is where we just make mistake in Grenada.
But let me tell you.
The person didn't do nothing. This, that.
You said Hudson, what different to you with the PRG though? You could criticize the PRG as well.
No. The PRG did. They build an airport. I can dig it out. My problem with the PRG is the PRG had no consultation with people and they become brutal.
That's what revolutionaries do.
Well,
when you say they're
no.
Hold on. Let me correct that. Let me ask you a question.
That's not revolutionary.
When you say consultation, who
there is time you have to listen to the people.
So why is it the people listen to the people of Grenada?
And when you listen to the people, you're going to know when to make you move.
But the PRG.
And the same thing with Kit Mitchell doing the
The PRG is the people, so don't say that. Don't say that.
Let me tell you.
The PRG listen to people. They did. They did.
No, the PRG
They did. When he was in prison that time, the PRG did listen to people. Don't say that. Don't say that. They didn't have a parliament, but they did listen to people. They did listen. All right. Okay, Hudson Judge. I think you get your voice. You get
I say the people, a smart leader, have to listen to the people. You have to know when the people are ready, when you could move them so, when you could move them so. But when you lose that thing, it cannot work. And in that time, You could do things even though they didn't like it. But if you know you're going to be short term, they will see the result. Short term. For example, in Barbados, when Harold Barrow said free education, a lot of people say crazy. But he know he couldn't walk. So he do it. Sometimes you could do it, but not every time. Sometimes you have to play a rope a dope. But as I said, I'm not criticizing NSC government yet. I'm waiting, but I'm going to criticize them too. Everybody getting them.
You're expecting to criticize them, eh?
Well, watch. The other day, I see Pastor Wamo hosting a thing on Carnival. And he doesn't know nothing about Carnival. Should let somebody else do a program?
Well, why somebody... Hudson, people... You see, I mean, I got to get that here. What I'm saying, a lot of times we say, why this person doing it? But why you didn't do it?
No. I don't live in there. What I'm saying.
But you're not living right now. The world that's
what I'm saying to you.
Hold on. You do a show anyways. You got to do a show on Carnival.
What I'm saying. When you host... When you're hosting a program, right? There's two ways about it. As a host, you see, like when you had Justin Pierre, that was a good host. You were a good host on it. In the case of Pastor Wam, in the end, he said he never see mass. You can't born in Grenada and you never see mass. You never been to Carnival.
When you say never see mass, I don't know.
Baba can listen to the thing.
I never.
So then why you want to host a show like that? What he should do? He should say, okay, I won't do the show this week. I will leave somebody else to do that one.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
So hold on, what context?
And then you come back again.
What context did he say?
There is shows.
Hold on, Hudson. Can I get your hearing? Because when you say that he didn't see mass, what do you mean by that?
No, you could do a program on marriage. I can do a program. I don't marry, so why should I do a program on marriage? You have to experience in certain things to do it. No,
okay. You could study it. You could read it and study it.
No, you have to know the practicality of the things. Let me tell you something. If a man taking economy, if our economy is stacking, right? I understand everything the economy is saying.
Why? Can you study economics?
No.
Oh.
I study social science. So I go understand the economics from my discipline of learning.
Right.
But
we lost you there for a bit again. Sherry, you have to. Sharon, Francis Pierce said the PRG locked up too many people. Sharon said the PRG was a people person, and we support them. And I think she replying to teacher Francis Pierre, you had to lock up some wrong people. Yeah, you had to lock up some people. You know, there was wrong on both sides. In my view, there was a lot of wrong on both sides, and as much as PRG locked up people for information sake and gathering and dispensing and be able to better keep a better security on the nation at the time not to disrupt the process, they had to do that. Right? Everybody arrested wasn't guilty. They didn't try them, and that's what they do. They detain people. So that was the thing. Hudson.
Yeah, John.
I got to run. I got to run.
Well, you know. Fix that thing. Tonight we had a...
Depend on Roger.
But I have to do my life today. I have to make a topic.
But
I have to go and get a coffee first.
Oh, you see a tongue can. You drink some
cocoa. No.
Do some cocoa tea there, man. Get some cocoa tea. Do some cocoa tea. Where you going? I mean, we have coffee in here too, but get some cocoa tea with some spices and drink now. Why you have to go and go to Canada, go to Tim Hortons and get your cocoa tea. You get your coffee. We should petition. We should probably petition Tim Hortons to start selling Grenada cocoa tea.
I don't believe Tim thing is coffee, you know. I feel like drugs, man. McDonald is coffee.
All the mix
You know it's coffee?
brother.
McDonald and you know one called Timothy's?
Yeah.
That's coffee. And maybe Starbucks. But I believe he has some drugs, something in Timothy's.
But
because I have a cousin living in London, Ontario. And her son worked at Tim Hortons and they told him, don't go, never say, he worked there when he was a teenager. Don't say what is the mix. Keep it. Don't talk about
it. Well, I drink my coffee home. I make my own coffee and I have my own cocoa tea. So I have my cocoa balls all boiled up there, roll up there when I just throw in a pot and make a cocoa tea. So I'm good. Well, hopefully I may be able to travel to Grenada sometime in the future. Hudson, I have
to go in Grenada and our house for sale. I find a buyer.
Yeah?
Yeah, I have to send the buyer the document. As soon as I sell the house, I'm gone.
You gone?
I have things to do. When I say gone, I won't go for good.
Are you going to sell the one in the States?
Yeah, that's all.
You sell the one in the States?
I don't sell it here, but I find a buyer. I want and see the person.
Okay.
So I have to send them the document. Because City Hall, you know, it doesn't make sense.
Hudson, hold on. You know, recently I watched. I gotta go, but I'm gonna drop just. You have. I'll use up the last 5 minutes to talk about it. There's a guy in the United States who bought a house for $10, a $3 million home for $10.
Yeah.
And the neighborhood was and let me make it. He was a black guy. He had did some research and he found that house. That was the person owed taxes and something like that, and he was going for some auction sale and the government have it, the city had it for $10. He went and buy it and the people in the community was vexed. They mad with him because he bought the house for $10, say he didn't pay the true value for the house. But if they want the house, if the original owner of the house want it back, they have to pay him the taxes, not the $10, you know. They have to pay him the actual value for the house that he owns.
No, you could go in America and buy houses.
Yeah, but the guy in the States I'm talking about, he was searching to something and he come across this house that was for sale for $10.
Yeah.
Right? $3 million home. Big. The neighborhood called the police on him. It was in the news. Because he found out there was some...
A lot of houses in America just go for foreclosure if you don't pay a bill.
Yes. And then they probably owe $3,000 and you go and negotiate the city and because the city don't want your house.
No.
They want the revenue.
They want the money.
Yeah. So there's a lease. Do you know, even in Canada, they have a foreclosure lease, eh? So sometimes real estate people go and grab it up and they put up the house for sale and so on. For $300,000 or $3 million still, or $1.5 million still. But if you get a lease for yourself, go to the government, you can find your houses for even probably for $50,000.
Yeah, the real estate people know.
Yeah, they're going to buy. They go and put them on the market for $1.5 million and stuff like that. Because in the area it is that. But in this very area, if you get access to the lease, you might get a house, $1 million home for $100. The problem is the taxes and some other places is so high. I watched a house last time. The house was going for 1.5 in Windsor. Guess how much the taxes was for the year?
Huh? Your house is in Windsor cheap.
But yeah, but it was cheap. But when I check the price, I mean, just a 3 garage. You got a big pool in the back. Yeah, there's the artificial lake on the other side of the house. Behind that, real land space, right? The taxes for the year was $14,000. So when they buy a house for that little bit of money, the taxes alone for the year, you can't afford to keep the house. You know what I mean? So and plus the electricity bill and all the water and stuff like that, it might be as much water as a three of you, but you got seven bedrooms. You know, a finished basement, entertainment room, and all kinds of stuff in it. It was the price, but the taxes on that property alone, you can't be making $100,000 and go and buy this house. So a lot of times, guys, this thing happens. Yeah, Sharon. Next year, I'm thinking about right. It is what it is, and we definitely have to investigate and get into houses, buying houses, more than one house. And I think Hudson, at all times, real estate wise, we as black people buy one house and we settle in it and sit down in it. But we use equity in a house to buy another house and rent it out. You know.
Yeah, but
we need this.
The reason why blacks
financial education.
The reason why blacks don't take chance with little what they have is because of opportunities. You see, imagine, I will give a story. A Vinci man.
Quick. Yeah.
A Vinci man. What is a plumber? Used to have a set of guys training.
I lose you there again. You get lost. Come again, Hudson. Hudson, you gotta come again. I lost you. I lost you, Hudson.
Yeah.
Come again. Vinci man.
The man is a big time plumber, right?
Yeah. Hurry up, yeah. What are you looking at? You're looking at two things and trying to talk at the same time? Trying to chew gum and whistle? Okay. Hudson get
Yeah.
Yeah.
The man is a big time plumber. The man buy a big van and he go to work with it, the boss man let him go.
I know another situation like that too. Yeah. But you know, I'm saying to us, don't buy one house and settle down. Once you have equity in it, use it to buy another house and keep rent out the other one that you have. And build, buy more houses and let it pay for themselves. Because people need to rent. You want people. Not everybody's gonna buy a house, but you could buy and rent it out, and make money from it. Make it a asset, not a liability. Turn it into a business. Buy one, more, buy two, buy three, and run and things like that. So again, I gotta get out of here, folks. It has been a plumb pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege being here with you, Hudson. And see you guys tonight. I'm gonna go up the street and I gotta go check out my buddy Alvin. Alvin had to get his leg injured, so I gotta go check him out too. I think my wife, I think she left already. She go drop some stuff for him. But see you guys back here tonight. This is GemFM, folks. I'm your host, the Sheriff. Yours truly, John Calliste, from Grenada to Montreal and to Europe, China, and Central America. We always everywhere. Alright, so check us out. We have 24 hours of radio programming. We're not on Facebook. The radio still function. We still do our radio shows. Alright, so check us out there at www.gemfm.ca live. And you always get some good music, motivational speeches, and educational seminars happening on the radio right here on GemFM. And don't forget to be a monthly partner, yearly partner with us by going to our website and click on the donate link and just donate, all right, to our radio station. And I think every radio station need to be, every one of us who have a radio station, we need your support. So not only support John Calliste, but support the other radio stations too. They do need the funds to help upgrade and to keep their system going. Every one of us. It's hard for one person alone taking the money and do it. It's a business investment, but we need your support to do the things, to buy equipment, cameras, and stuff like that. Help every one of us to grow. It's not about us only because we bring information and all this stuff to you. It's a lot of work, and we really do need your support. All right? So all of us who are in this media thing, please support us. We're not rich people children. We are people children trying to make something happen for ourselves and for our children. So please help us to build and to grow. All right. So if everybody give 10 of us $1 each a month and a million people do that, we could make a big difference in the lives of our people. All right. Well, help us to grow. And this is GemFM. I'm out of here with my friend from Paradise, African Teller.
Anyway.
Yes. See you later, man.
I
You will get respect. If your parents fire, you will get one also. Instead that George will go and fight Saddam for oil. He should come here in Grenada, like he said, and take over. You see, we have a set of Satan, don't be going around pretending they love we, robbing the poor. in high society. Politicians don't get leading the crew. They don't care about me, they don't care about you. And right now, they so-called friend doing it too. But yesterday I went to clear my van when I heard the price from the customer.
Yes, Sherry and Mr. Pierre Leslie Richardson.
Next door I went to
Molan.
there of that old lady I know. That
Malvern Cotain. Say hi to your wife for me.
man minister.
Mr. Francis Pierre.
Newspaper I know. That girl queen is.
And the many others listen to us on the radio. Wonderful afternoon. Sunday sunny, Saturday sunny.
In Parliament,
Yes.
Satan running the country.
The weather is nice on the outside.
They're robbing everybody. In Parliament, Satan.
That's the man, African teller.
Leader, good God. Lion. We have Satan down here that qualify, and they're very good to it, telling like, believe me, some had to identify. In the ministry, some of them walking, only sabotage in them union. Leader is Satan King. Some of them they hiding behind the law. Some again they posing as big lawyer. Grenada have too much Satan monster. Cause yesterday I went to clear my van. When I hear the price from the customer, I know that little black man is Satan. Just next door I went to change money. When I see her there of that old lady, I know that man is Satan. When I see how that ballet sent to me, innocently my friends try to jail me, I know that wicked man is Satan. Satan running the country, Satan in the treasury, they're robbing everybody.
Yes, don't forget to check out Cookies Pastry Delights on Ben Jones Street in Grenville.
Robbing everybody.
Ask for Crystal or Leonard. Tell me hold it on GemFM. And don't forget Afro's Chicken. Wednesdays on Fridays. Rabbit, chicken and pork. Afro's Chicken. Check it out.
Them is the true devil. This color and post radar, Black Wizard and many other.
And don't forget those of you in Grenville. Pause Moya. Tell Mr. Francis Pierre and his rum shop. I got like a grog. But to give you one on my behalf. Tell me how do you on GemFM? I just give you a little drinking glass. Just to whet your appetite. Hey.
Fix up that thing, we link up tonight.
Yeah, alright.
I believe you have something on one of your computer what rebooting your stuff. Maybe you should reboot one computer and start it over.
I don't know. I'll try this one and see, but I gotta.
I think it's some other program hitting.
No, but Rogers had called me and we talked about the secret problem, and they said they put a patch on it, and the patch didn't work. So I don't know.
No one will use Skype. That used to happen with me.
Yeah.
And then I had to delete, and when I come back, it work.
Okay. I will see what happened. I'll call them.
Yeah.
When I get off here, I'll call them.
Maybe check one in you. Check your major computer.
All right.
Anyway.
All right, later, man. One love. All right. Peace.
We Satan government doing nothing. Them Satan real bad, they don't make it look. All that can they sell me passport, even me. Them Satan try to cut my throat. From yesterday I went to claim
Hudson George. Double Bat is just back tonight at 8:30 p.m.
Just next door I went to change money. When I see her there of that old lady, I know that banker man is Satan. When I see her Grenadian suffering, only thief and night and bullet pushing, I must say, all of them man is Satan. Satan running the country, Satan in the treasury, they're robbing everybody, in Parliament to YC, Satan running the country. And I am a prayer.
Yes, I pray for Grenada, the man a jammer, Edson Mitchell, Kingman.
I want to say a prayer to the Lord for my nation. I want to say a prayer for all them politicians. I want to beg the master to brighten their vision. Give them the inspiration to look beyond the horizon.
Yes.
Too long we living in bitterness and hate. Now the time is right for us to renew our faith. I'm sick and tired of all the confusion. The bickering been going on much too long. So as we move to the new century, but I hear my plea. Hey, hey, hey. brother. Oh, Father. Oh, Father. I pray for progress. I pray for stability. I pray for happiness. And a whole lot of love in my country. Father, I pray for the police. Please inspire them to keep the peace.
Oh, Father.
Oh, Father.
Yes.
I pray for the judge and the jury and those who begging for them mercy. Oh, Father. Oh, Father. I pray and I pray. I pray and I pray. I pray for the good and the bad man. I pray and I pray. I pray and I pray. I pray
For those of you in Toronto, there is a community.
a prayer for my country.
Yeah, the Eglinton Summer Festival is happening from Dufferin to Mali today until 6, and tomorrow until 6 o'clock from 10 to 10. Yes, from 10 to 10 it is. Come on down.
Sometimes it's so unbearable.
And the New Life Worship Center is also having its community day out there for the kids, and they have the culture night where you can come in and get and taste the food of the different Caribbean islands. So come on out and be part of the movement.
That's bad. I sure you know that this whole thing is true. The devil always have plenty work for those who idle. So they turn to drug, alcohol and recklessness, and creating terror for those who make progress. So before another one die, Father, hear my cry. Hey! Father, I pray for the children. Please don't let the devil control them. Oh, Father. Oh, Father. I pray for the misguided youth man walking wrong with dangerous weapon. Oh, Father. Oh, Father. I pray for common sense. I pray for tranquility. I pray for intelligence and a whole lot of peace in my country. Father, I pray for the woman who give herself to prostitution. Oh, Father. Oh, Father. I pray for the lovely young lady who raising her child without daddy. Oh, Father. Oh, Father. I pray and I pray. I pray and I pray. I pray for the gun and the job man. I pray and I pray.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's right. Get to kick the chair to the rear together here. It has been a plumb pleasant pleasure as well as a privilege to be here with you this morning. I gotta get out of here. So see you later on tonight, right here on GemFM. Come back with me, Sherian, Mr. Pierre, Malvin, and all the others. Come back in. Leslie Richardson, my cousin, Dr. Rat. Good night to you again. Good afternoon and goodbye. Later, folks.